This is a revelation.
There is something else going on that has to do with being a black woman in America.
You're a witness and the revelation.
When African immigrants and Caribbean immigrants come here, their babies are equal to white babies in size. But after a generation, then they start to look like African American babies, even when they're from the poorest countries. Repeated insults to your psyche over and over and over again, it revs up your system so that it actually starts to wear you down. You take a woman who is essentially having a stress test to her body, which is pregnancy and childbirth, and you put her in this volatile situation where she's weathered and worn down by repeated insults, and then she's in a system that maybe isn't out for her best interest, you get a volatile mix.
I started working, started preparing, buying my stuff. I bought my iron, my plate set, my fork set, my sheet set. I bought everything because I'm preparing because Kimmy gotta come to America.
You're leaving out important details. I wish my mom would really tell me what happened between her and her dad and her stepmother when she first came to America.
I'm preparing because Kimmy gotta come to America.
What happened between her and her dad and her stepmother when she first came to America, came to America, came to America, came to America,
come to America, come to America, come to America,
came to America,
come to America.
Something, someplace was left unsaid.
I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I was working on a while. Domestic work. Just domestic work. I was a house mother. I had to go to school. I work with the Americans. It was a big place. So then, so I learned to house me and make bed. School work. Tell her I was she used to take care of the boys, the children. So, that's never. When you want work, we advertise. Make advertisement. And then it's after school now. Start to make advertisement. And all the people, the American, them come and they were very nice people to deal with, I'm going to give you a picture of this. Believe me or not. Every time I talk about it. After the death of my grandmother, I have to leave the work, I have to leave the work and be with her anywhere me, like all you're here. That's an uncle. I have to give them 2 weeks or a month. I work with Jews. I work with, those people. And they always, that's where sometimes, you straight them in the ask them where I'm from, So I just give them a pull, and they treat me so nice. I tell you. Sometimes I ask me questions, how the Bible says the Jews and the Gentiles have no dealing. But I never have much think about how they treat me so nice. I like them and they like me. But after I leave, and after be at home with the people, and as I am the last girl, so I couldn't allow them to God just meant that. I get most of my talk from my grandmother, you know. My grandmother. And she was a very wise person.
Ann Price now used to work down at the church, down at Seaside Church. What you would call him janitor. We look about the church. You know?
Do you remember what type of work Rebecca Burke did?
She was a house, she stayed home with her children.
Now, did you guys grow up in the house in Portland, you and my grandmother, or did you grow up someplace different?
Part-time with my grandmother. And part-time with my mother.
Where?
Belmont.
Your grandma's alive?
Yeah.
Your grandmother.
Your grandmother.
Do you know who my grandmother is?
Eh?
Do you know who my grandmother is?
Who?
Miss Nama.
No.
Yes?
Let me tell you, she don't know.
Norma is my grandmother. Petal, Norma's daughter, is my mother. I am Louise Gray's first grandchild. Petal was her first daughter. I am Petal's first child. Norma is my grandmother.
Nama is your grandmother.
Your first daughter is my grandmother. Right? Norma is my grandmother.
All right. It is to be, it is to be, and it is to be already. That's all right. We are no strangers. Blood father being.
I am not your grandchild. I am your great grandchild.
Great grandchild.
Great grandchild.
All right. Great.
So Nama, you have Nama. Nama have Petal. Petal have me. Great grand. Long time may I come from. You see now?
Ah. We can't carry it. We just.
It's okay, you carry a lot though.
It is so, it must be so. Almighty power. God,
She's 94.
And every hour.
1910 she was born.
1910.
No, I have to drink.
But alright.
Grandma Mike. Great grand. Great grand. Great grand. Great grand.